I'm Jenna, and this is Tech Trends with the Energy Island. General description. It's a hexagonal shape of metal, and it uses different energy conversions to harness energy from wind, sea current, wave, and solar energy. 50,000 islands could power enough energy for the world. It would be placed in tropical waters to help with different types of energy. In the center, there's a conversion plant for all of the different types of energy. There are turbines in the water for the sea current and the wave energy. And there's housing and farms incorporated for people working there. This is a picture of the energy island. You could see the different the wind turbines and the turbines in the water. Okay. And here are the air turbines. Here is the conversion plant in the center, and here's the housing. And all along the bottom of it, it's covered in solar energy panels. This is another picture of the energy island from the top view. You can see the housing and the turbines again. Features. It can incorporate a vegetable garden. This uses controlled environment agriculture, which means they control the environment, like the amount of water and the temperature. It uses desalinated water from oceanic thermal energy conversion, which is another form of energy conversion that the island uses. It can also incorporate fish and marine life for food, because the light that is let down to the surface water is enough for animal life, so they can live there and then later be used as food. It can also incorporate human habitation. About 25 people can work on the island, much like an oil rig. The uses. It can be used as hydro storage because the space that isn't used, that you can see through to the water, can be used for navies or other things to hold ships and things that can be stored in water. It can also be used as an ecotourism attraction for people coming to look at it. It can make hydrogen fuel, which is a clean fuel produced by the atomic process of electrolysis. If it's put in place instead of carbon dioxide fuel, it can reduce the carbon dioxide emissions by 500 to 840 kilotons. How it works. The solar energy can produce up to 2 megawatts of energy, and it's about 30% efficiency by converting the solar heat energy into electricity or fuel. The power tower, it's another form of solar energy, and the light is reflected from mirrors on the island onto a furnace in the center or like another solar panel. Wave energy, the marine turbine is 500 meters across, and it collects the energy of the up and down movement of the waves, and it can produce up to 6 megawatts of power. And it moves the water to help the oceanic thermal energy conversion. The oceanic thermal energy conversion, it begins by using energy from the wind turbine and the power tower to help move the water into the right area. There are 6 inlets for it on the island. It uses the temperature difference between the surface water and the lower water. It has to be at least 20 degrees Celsius, and the warm water that's deeper down is pressurized into water vapor, and then it moves up a tube, and the water leaves the salt behind, so it's desalinated and condenses again on the island. This is areas that could be used for it. The best areas would be these ones in these near Australia and Asia, but it could also be used from any of the white areas. So mostly around the world, the energy island could be placed, but usually around the equator. The wind turbines, they can be put at adjustable heights to catch the most wind. The wind energy is turned into mechanical energy, and the mechanical is turned into electricity. The shaft turns, the wind turns the turbine, which turns the shaft, which turns it into mechanical energy, and that brings the power to the generator, which converts it into electricity. The controller is what starts it, and it starts it at 8 to 16 miles per hour because anything lower than that doesn't really produce enough energy, and it stops it at 55 miles per hour because anything above that could damage the wind turbine. These are the parts of the wind turbine. The wind turns the turbine, which turns this shaft and this, which brings the power down the tower into the generator, and the generator turns it into electricity. The pros, it's efficient, and it's at sea because it takes up a lot of space, and it could be a lot more expensive if it had to be on land. It incorporates housing, tourism, which could bring in more money to produce more of them, and vegetables and fish and marine life. The cons are the conversion into electricity and fuel sometimes loses some of the power, the costs to make it and keep it running by the workforce. My opinion of the energy island is that I think it would be a really good world energy supply because it would only take 50,000. It could replace nuclear energy, which is really hurting the environment, and reduce the CO2 emissions by 500 to 840 kilotons. Thanks for watching Tech Trends.